So 7387, this is the order ID you have to give. So this is the flow we are going to manually we have traversed the flow. Okay, this is working fine. Then sign out and then close it. Okay, let's consider this is my URL. We'll try to record the application. So here is the basic thing I wanted to explain. Whenever you start it, you always give a comment. So this is the launch part of the application. You have to mention launch, and then this is the recording event it is generating. And here are few more. Insert randover point. Randover point I'll explain in the later class. So this is what insert. You can even add a transaction now, but it is not recommended to add during. And it is you can even create a new action also. And even you can stop the recording, pause the recording, or cancel the recording, or even you can insert a text check. Okay, so let's not add anything, just we'll add a comment. Then we'll enter what we wanted to do. So click on sign in button. So this is the thing, and then we are navigating the flow so that comments will help you to identify what part of the request is essential to put under that particular transaction. So again, I have already told you we have to write J2EE and password is already there. Before clicking on login, make sure to add a comment. Click on login button. Okay, let's see. Let's not make this flow hole. I'll explain during the stop recording, and let's see what all it is populating. Okay, see, I have given right. This is the way it is generates the script. It is taking some SSL version because SSL version is needed whenever you are working on any secure website. So in what particular socket layer it is there, and even some of the auto headers are included. So if it is not needed, you can just remove it. And this is the launch part of the URL which I was talking. So this is the way. Once the script is recorded, then you have to correlate some dynamic values, and as it took a longer time to establish, so we'll try one more time itself. Let's consider one more website and see if we are able to navigate the whole flow. So I already mentioned launch. So let's see, we'll see this thing. Okay, first we'll sign in. Okay, we'll collect, like I'll just show you also. A to E, we'll add a comment. Click on login button. Login. Okay, see, in this browser we are able to navigate it. So then click on fish menu. Okay, fish. We have to choose a product. Click on any product ID. Push tiger shark. Click tiger shark. Add tiger shark to cart. Click proceed to checkout. Click continue payment details page. Click confirm. Okay, once the order is there, so order number is 7400. Okay, then click on accounts. Click on my orders. Verify it 7400. Okay, and now click on sign out. Next, we have to stop the recording. Once the script is generated, we'll see enhancing it. Okay, let's see. So this is the action. So for as of now, I'm not considering cookie. This is so whenever there is any unrelevant link, go to recording report, and I don't want to keep Microsoft because this is not relevant to the application. So then you have to regenerate it, exclude it. Okay, let's see now. So here is pretty clear. So launch, I'll explain each and every function. So starting with website socket options. So what you have to do, you have to go to recording options. You have to go mapping and filtering, and here you could find this is socket level, so it needs some SSL version, and then it is given auto enable auto SSL detection. So when you enable any auto SSL detection, it will decide based on the particular SSL version the particular script is required, application is required. So you have given, so now you can press F1 Fn function F1 key to know more about the WebSocket option. So whenever you try to write any of the WebSocket option, this is the inbuilt helper dialog which is provided by Microsoft, which is provided by Micro Focus LoadRunner. In that again, you have to, it will return in integer like whether 0 or 1 if the connection is established on a website socket, constant star option and constant character value. So let's see an example. So you can write SSL cipher list. You can even write any dicello host, user IP address, anything. Proxy initial or basic NTLM curves. So we'll go FN and we'll know something more about an, an expression evaluating to an object of type web API, usually web for Java, the option whose value you want to set. So the WebSocket options functions configure options for socket on the client machine. So it is telling it configures options for socket on the client machine. This function supports socket level replay in the web HTML protocol. It supports both HTML based mode script, mode equals to HTML, and URL based script, mode equals to HTTP mode. Website socket option has no effect on replay using WinNet. So these are the options you can mention: allow only host, check connection, abort during receive, close keep alive connection, despair timeout, disallow host, initial auth, IP address, load verify, maximum connection per host, maximum. So now we'll use SSL version. So the SSL version preference is 2. Then we can mention the value as 3 and 2 and 3, and TLS TLS 1.1, TLS 1.2, and auto. So TLS 1.3 and auto are supported from views in version 12.62. So before it was not supporting these two things. So as also we seen, it is auto. So I think you might have got this particular thing and understood this thing. So this is the launch part of the thing, so you have to add one more transaction. So LR, so Before writing anything in the start transaction, fl f1. So whenever we are starting any transaction, suppose this is the launch part of the transaction, and we know that here we just need to write a character transaction name. But I'll always recommend prior to this go with one more function, lr save string. Okay, and randomize it. Like you don't have to write each and every time in start transaction. What you do? Okay, so I'll mention bp05. This is the way you have to write a transaction. Then jpet store, then purchase product. This is the scenario. Next, transaction one. Next, what is the transaction name? Launch. And I am giving a generic name, txn transaction name. So I don't have to write start transaction. I can copy this thing. So this is the way let me just show you the example. Okay, so whenever you are starting any transaction, is writing the name of the transaction, but prior to that I preferred not to use this way. Go in this particular manner, give a total relevant name, and whenever you wanted to use any string, this is a string, lr strings. So whenever you wanted to convert, you have to use one more function, lr eval string. Okay, so again you have to mention with curly braces, and I will show you this example as well. So this is the way, this was the question thing I was saying, lr eval string. Let me just Google as well. Why it is, I don't know why it is not populating here. Lr eval string. Okay, let's see, lr eval string. So this function creates a buffer and assign it to the input string after evaluating the embedded parameter. So let's see, this is, I want to say, this is the official website. Here we'll get more detail. Always try to refer this particular application. This is the official website of Microfocus, and here you want to see example. So when you wanted to go, you are giving some name what I have already passed. So I'll just mention in this particular script, go here and I will write the transaction name. Okay, before starting a transaction, let me just confirm you whether we have to find a text check, whether exactly we are on this particular web page or not. So for that, there is a function called web find and f1. So this is the function. Here you have to give this the way it is attribute we are going to see it attribute list. So text failure equals to text equals to string. Whatever text string we wanted to check, we will say either text or text pref. This is nothing but prefix and suffix is required whenever, but it is not essential. But again, search in what part of the request it will search the response, like in what part of the response it will search, whether in the body or in the all or in the headers or any kind of resources. And save count is how many times this particular text had appeared in this particular response. So the number of matches that were found stored in the parameter. The save count attribute assigns the number, like if an when the save count argument is used and the fail argument is not used, the check does not fail whether the text count is found or not. To check whether the text has been found, examine the value. If it is 0, the string was not found. So if both save count and fail are used, the fail handling option specified work together with the save count thus. So let's just see the attribute list as well. And there are a few examples. This is a web response text welcome. This is the very easiest one. Next one is we are using web receipt text. It is using save count is nothing but how many times it is appeared. And now third one is web find. This is ignore case. Suppose in case you are finding that it might come in caps lock or it will ignore the case and then fail equals to found. What happens when this particular text is so you can write mention fail equals to not found or found or last. So next again text ABC. So this is the generic approach we used to follow. We used to write a if condition, if and else. If it is found, we'll write it. If not, we'll not write it. So for as of now, what we will do, we'll just write it. Text equals to save count any name fail equals to not found and last. Let's see what text we wanted to give. We have to check that in the response as well. So view. So in the snapshot we can check the response. So response body, we have to select the request. Even we have to put always a unique text in this particular page. So just let me find out some unique text. JPEG store demo. Let's consider this is the text I am putting, title text. Mention text, and here I am mentioning text count. Okay, and let's after that we'll try to run this particular thing one time. If we are using a to I, it will convert any non-text string to a but in case if the string is not an integer, it will throw an error, so never try to convert that. Again, eval string will convert the string lr variable into a string. So what all things we are calculating, will this particular text count, how many times it appears, it will give the numbers in a string format. So here I will pass, so I'll write greater than 0 if text is more coming more than, then it is correct, and if not, what we will do, else part will mention, will write we have started the transaction. There is one more function called lr and transaction. So now again you have to use lr eval string and mention what is the transaction name, txn underscore name, and where what is this, it is one more attribute you have to pass, lr pass, and this. Now same way we have to copy, if not this we have to fill this, fill, okay, and now we'll write, will abort. So now we'll see, this is a function. So what happens, this text is not coming. We'll write a exit status code and we'll use this function. In the following example, lr exit stop running the view user if the connection with the FTP. So lr exit view user. We'll just take this thing, copy this and paste this. Okay, let's run it, and after that we have to put a think time. Think time is nothing but to simulate a real user activity. The real user for traversing the next flow, he has to think sometime what he is trying to do. So I'll just put a breakpoint and save it and try to run it. Okay, it is saying some compilation error has come. So this is the warning. Let's see. Okay, we have found out this is the for compilation. So we, before starting anything we have to compile. Okay, one more error it is there. What we have stopped to close it. So again we have to compile it. So it is telling syntax error expecting. We are here also we have forgot to give a parenthesis, and now we can compile it. So there is no more error. Now we got to know that there is no error. So next we have to replay this thing. Okay, let's see. I'll just stop here and show you the result. It is I'll show you the output log. It is telling notified transaction BP05 purchase transaction T01 has passed. We'll even see the replay summary. Here also it is telling it is passed, and how what is the time it got 017.747. So within this duration it has ran, and it is a wasted time. So even we know that now this is actually we have to see the recording and the replay are same. Obviously it will be same. So what you do, split it. Here you select replay, and here response body, and here response body. Observe, everything should be that particular title what we have given are same or not. jpstore.demo. See, jpstore.demo is coming. So again you have to view runtime data. Okay, so how many times the text count is coming? 1. And what's the transaction name? 5. So this is how we'll try to build and complete it. We'll proceed in the next class. So thanks guys. Thanks for joining the class. Have a great day. So if you face any kind of doubt, then please let me know. We'll continue in the next class.